everyone, I'm Rinku Dhiman, working as an assistant professor in electrical engineering department at RPIIT Technical and Medical Campus, Karnal. Today we are going to discuss circuit analysis basic. So first of all, ideal voltage source. The ideal voltage source explicitly defines the voltage between its terminals. So we can say that here the voltage Vs is defined like it is the voltage between this positive and negative terminal. This is positive, this is negative, and this is our voltage source Vs. So we can say that a constant DC voltage source, that is Vs, is around 5 volts. So 5 volt is the fixed voltage. So that's why it is called a constant voltage source. Again, the second is the time varying voltage source, that Vs is equal to 10 sine omega t volt. So sine omega t is nothing but the magnitude 10 is the function of your sine of omega t, यानी कि हमारा जो साइन वेव है वो फ्रीक्वेंसी का फंक्शन है ओमेगा टी. एज द फ्रीक्वेंसी विल बी इंक्रीज द मैग्नीट्यूड विल गो ऑन बी इंक्रीज. एग्जाम्पल: batteries, wall outlet, and function generator. The output of these sources will be a sinusoidal signal or ideal voltage source we must consider. The ideal voltage source does not provide any information about the current flowing through it. So the ideal voltage source only represent the voltage, basically the constant voltage, we can say that. So current information it will not give at throughout any span of the time. The current through the voltage source is defined by the rest of the circuit to which the source is attached. So basically whatever our circuit is attached with the source, it will give the information about the voltage of that particular source. So current can't be determined by using the value of this voltage. And don't assume that current is zero for the same ideal voltage source. In ideal current source, basically we have to set the value of current that is running through a resistance or through wire, we can say. So here Is is the we can say that ideal current source, and the direction of it is represented like this. And we can say the constant current source Is is equal to 2 ampere. So 2 is the fixed value, so it is called the constant current voltage source. Similarly, time varying current source is also Is is equal to minus 3 sine of omega t ampere. So here again our sinusoidal signal is a function of our frequency, so it will vary as the frequency will be increased. So ideal current source example is very rare in the real life actually. So there are only few examples for the ideal current source. The second is the ideal current source has known current but unknown voltage. Similarly, like in voltage, ideal voltage source, current was unknown. Same here in ideal voltage current source, the voltage will be unknown. And the voltage across the voltage source is defined by the rest of the circuit, which is attached with the source itself. And we can't determine the voltage by using this value of current, but at the same time we must not assume the voltage is zero. So here is the IV, यानी कि current voltage relationship graphically will represent. So I is our y-axis, we can say, and V is our x-axis. So you can see a linear relationship between I and V represented by the resistance R. So line through the horizon with the slope 1 by R we can represent. So this is our resistance of the voltage and current source. Similarly, we can also represent the ideal voltage source with a vertical line. So you can see here the current and voltage. The voltage will be fixed, that is particular this point, and the current will be increased at that particular voltage. So we can say voltage is fixed, so it is the ideal voltage source, right? And the second thing, in ideal current source, the current will be fixed and voltage will be vary. So you can see the current is fixed at this point, throughout this point, say it is 2 ampere. So here will be 2, here will be 2, here will be 2, and the voltage will be vary, right? So this is ideal current source, we can say that. So ideal voltage source will be represented with the example of this one, and ideal current source will be representation like this. Similarly, current voltage source will be represented like this. So this is that controlled voltage source. So we can control the voltage, and control current source will be represented like this. So the same thing we can also represent by dependent or independent source. So this is also known as the dependent voltage source, and this is also known as the dependent current source. So voltage source, independent voltage source will be like this one, and dependent voltage source will be like this one. So the diamond shape represent the dependent voltage source, and the round shape will represent the independent voltage source. So same thing we represent over here. This is our representation for our direct current source or voltage source, sinusoidal form voltage source, this one, and this is our battery source. So this is all about the voltage and current source in the ideal format or the dependent or independent voltage source. Stay tuned with us for more videos on the basic electrical circuit. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe our channel. Thank you.